Welcome back. It is Eric Arnold here in the secondary studio. It's heading into the 18th of March here. It's probably about midnight. And we're going to throw up a few brackets for you in this video. Just for posterity's sake. I personally find, people showing you their brackets pretty boring. But then here I am. Here, look at my bracket. You're probably already tuning out. But, just for posterity's sake, I thought I'd, put it out to the public so we can laugh at it later. And not only that, I got a couple other brackets. Had our previous guest host, Mark, he filled one out. Got a hold of Seth Davis. He's the athletics college basketball expert. Got a hold of his bracket. And then ESPN in their, pick'em whatever thing there, they've got a couple different autofill options. So I thought that might be fun. I went ahead and, did a couple brackets via their automated computer thing there. So I'm my hunch is that ESPN's random generator of names will probably do better than I will. Which I'm gonna be like, oh boy. We'll get to those in a second. The grandkid, that was the other video, our most recent video. He was the cameraman. He's in town for a visit. Cooked some dinner tonight so my parents could come over and see I guess to them, the great-grandkid. Plus, trying to, ease them out of the house now that they've got their shots and are, even though they think they're going to die, they're not really going to die. Well, okay, yeah, they are going to die, and probably soon, but not from the virus, despite what they think. Which is kind of funny in a way. In that you would think, you got 90-year-old people that they would trust the government. And I'm sure if you asked them, do you trust the government? Oh, yes, absolutely. And then, of course, you say, but you don't think the virus is, you think that shot's meaningless. You don't think that's going to work. You're afraid to go anywhere. You think that shot's useless. You think the government's lying to you? I bet they would be like, So, we're trying to get them confident that, hey, maybe you won't die of this killer flu. Maybe, maybe it'll all be okay. So, he noted something about the grandkid. My father did. He said, the grandkid walks around on his toes. And he said, I've only ever known one other person that walks around on his toes, and that was somebody he went to high school with named Richard Whining, which I can't remember if I told this story already. I'm getting old like my father. He was known as Rail Bomb. Apparently one of his favorite things, if not his only favorite thing to do, was blow stuff up. Apparently he had this is back in World War II, I guess he had a job in the city of Reading working for the United States government, some commission, the Maritime Commission, or the Armory, or some damn thing, which enabled him to get his hands on almost unlimited supplies of gunpowder. And I guess in World War II, the United States government quality control, their security perhaps, not so good. So he would walk off with whole pockets full of gunpowder and use that to make various explosive devices and what have you. So apparently, my father said that was the only other person he ever saw walking around on his toes. And I thought, well, if you like to blow shit up, I guess you need to be on your toes just in case something goes wrong. So I don't know if that means, I know my grandkid likes to play with fire. So I don't know if he's going to, grow up wanting to blow stuff up too. It's possible. That guy's still alive. Rail Bomb. I always wondered if he has all his fingers. or if he lost those in some, whoops, oops, boom, oops, whoops. Oh, I found out he had a cat. The longer he lives, I find stuff out. I never knew he had a cat. You've met the cat here. He had a cat when he was a small child. He said it got caught in a lawnmower. And that was the end of the cat. I thought, how's that? Back then, didn't they just have push mowers where there was no motor? You just push the thing? How does that happen? How does a cat get caught in one of those old lawnmowers where it's just, powered by hand? I don't know. But that was the end of the cat, apparently. Got caught in the lawnmower. Seems like that'd be traumatic. I don't know. Maybe he's repressed that, and that's why I'm just finding out about it now, some 87 years after it happened. All right, let's look at some brackets. Like I said, I view this as relatively boring, but we'll just do it to do it. Like I said, then there's a record of it. Then in case one of these brackets runs the table, then I can say, see, this actually did happen. I didn't make it up. I didn't jimmy it after the fact, or fudge it, post date it, whatever. So I'll put mine up here. Wave my hands. I'll put mine up here. Now I have something interesting I want to show you about this. We basically got chalk. Gonzaga. I got Alabama beating Michigan. I just think the injury to livers, too much for Michigan to overcome playing Alabama. And then you got Baylor, Illinois with Gonzaga on top. Now, let's go to the expert, Seth Davis. He gets paid to write about college basketball for The Athletic. Let's see what he has. It's identical. And I did mine without looking at his. So, I'm not sure what that says. Because I haven't hit water this season if I fell out of a boat. So I don't know what that says, but his is identical here, at least the Final Four is. Gonzaga, Alabama, Baylor, Illinois with Gonzaga up top. Now let's go to the man in the street, and I could see he was feeling the pressure to be different. Maybe not, he's just different. So he had Gonzaga, Florida State, which, actually I kind of like that one. I think that they are definitely capable of making the Final Four. Baylor, and then San Diego State. And I can tell you, he hasn't seen 1 minute of San Diego State basketball probably in 10 years. But he picked San Diego State. So that's his four with Gonzaga up top, of course. They are the underdog favorite. He makes up his own stuff. So they're the underdog favorite. And then now we get into these computer picks that ESPN does. The first one, I'm just going to rip this up quick because it's all boring. They have one called Chalk. So, it just picks the highest seed. So, obviously that means you got your four number ones in the Final Four, and Gonzaga's the champion. Then they have one that is just completely random. So this one, if this one comes out and I lose to it, I'm going to be unhappy because it's got Abilene Christian in the final, Iowa, Villanova, Georgia Tech, and then it has Iowa winning it all. I could see, if you told me I was going to win it all, I'd go, all right, I'm surprised. That could happen. I don't think Abilene Christian has a chance at the Final Four. I just don't think that's going to happen. Then they have one like a weighted random. I'm not, I guess it's sort of random, but it's sort of not. And that one had Virginia, Texas, Baylor, Illinois, with Illinois up top. That's perfectly plausible. I don't find that all that random at all. And then this one, this is supposed to be their smart pick, which I guess is programmed with whatever they think is correct and some kind of artificial intelligence or some damn thing. And that Virginia, again, two Virginias, Colorado, Baylor, Illinois. and then that one has Baylor up top. So the humans, to me, it looks like the humans like Gonzaga, the computers like God knows what, anything but Gonzaga. So I found that interesting. I think I looked at the Gonzaga odds here on Bet Online. That's my offshore bookie, or one of them. It's now down to plus 180. When we had done our thing on Sunday, it was around plus 220. Gonzaga, I guess there are a lot of people like me that just don't know what to do. So good. The hell with it. We'll just pick the favorite, Gonzaga. One thing I did notice, and I forgot to mention in the Sunday video, is that Ken Pomeroy, in his rankings, his ratings, his adjusted efficiency measure, whatever, he has basically a number which captures all his other numbers, and that's supposed to be how he ranks the teams, his power ranking, if you will. Gonzaga has the highest power ranking ever. This 21 edition of Gonzaga. Highest power ranking ever. I don't know. It seems significant in some fashion. I mean, perhaps it's skewed a little bit due to the pandemic and the odd scheduling and the shorter schedule, but it feels like a point in my favor since I have Gonzaga. And I thought Gonzaga had a pretty fair draw as far as the bracket goes. There was nobody in that bracket that really scared me. The teams I think that could be scary. Creighton made me a little nervous, just because I don't know what to make of that Creighton team. I liked that team before it had its controversy, and now I'm not sure what to make of them. That strikes me as a team that, if they play Gonzaga and Creighton's hot from three, which could happen, look out. So that's the one that made me nervous, I guess. That'd be the round of 16, I think. Other than that, I didn't think Gonzaga would have a real issue getting to the Final Four. So that's all we got here for you. I know I owe you one huge video here where, there's 32 games coming up here in the next Friday and Saturday, and I haven't handicapped one of them. We're done through Thursday. We did the 2 NIT games. We split them 1-1 on Wednesday. Now we got another, 6 games tomorrow. So we're through that. That was in a previous video. And now, we're up against the 16 games on Friday, and not 16, 32 games on Friday and Saturday. So I got some work to do. We'll get it to you. I don't know how. We will get you something. Winning not guaranteed, obviously. But we'll get you something. All right, great. Thanks for being here. We appreciate everybody that takes the time to view the video or hit the like button, especially hit the like button. Or if you want to become a subscriber, hey, that's great too. MLB is around the corner. That's next. We're not going anywhere. The season's not over. The seasons are never over. There's always another sport that's just coming after the sport that ends. So, MLB, 3 weeks? Something like that. Very good. Nice to see you. We'll talk again. Eric Arnold out.